Have you heard that the words lady and boss? Time's been good to me. Still styling, still flying. Yes, so sexy, hot, I sizzle.
Boss Amanishakhete with you, talking about truth, in truth as I see it. Many people have feelings or pros and cons about the show Empire. The one that just came out this year, Lee Daniels' creation, with my girl Taraji P playing Cookie, Terrence Howard, my man, you know, playing the big one, who owns Empire Records. And I'm bringing them up for a reason because, you know, when you start becoming successful, particularly in the black community, yeah, I'm putting the black folks on community on blast right now. And when we talk about the black community, I don't want to just pinpoint all black people because, you know, sometimes when people say black community, they think we all have the same opinion. But all black people don't think alike. All black people don't go to church on Sunday, and all black people do not vote Democrat. Okay? Just saying. But when it comes to Lee Daniels, Lee Daniels came up with another stellar production, and I really have a lot of great respect for Lee Daniels. I know there's some black folk out there, and even some white folks that don't like the man because he happens to be gay. And people always talk about the homophobic black community. Again, I happen to be African American female. I am not homophobic. Okay? So don't put me in that category. But again, Empire is making a big impact, and I happen to love it because one of the things I like about Empire, it's kind of like me. I happen to be an author as well. I wrote a series. I'm still writing a series called The Tippy Ellis Story. And the Tippy Ellis Story sometimes offends some folks. Right now it can be purchased on Amazon.com. There's already 3 parts out on the parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Tippy Ellis Story. Girlicious 1, Girlicious 2, and Holla Me Bad 3. And people, you know, I have young people that start off in this series, and some people get a little upset. I have gay folks in there, and I have rich people in there, Republicans in there. It talks about black. It is a fiction story. And the nicest thing about this particular series is that it allows black people to speak from all walks of life. So I like Lee Daniels because Lee Daniels has a way of speaking, and he talks a lot about maybe the gay community because he himself happens to be gay, and that is okay. There's a couple things I want to bring out of this issue, but the first issue I wanted to bring up is everybody that all of a sudden wants to become famous and sue the empire. Some guy I ain't never heard of, some drug dealer said it was about him. And if I were the drug dealer, I would have kept my mouth shut because I certainly hope the FBI is following his story so they can figure out a way to bust his ass. Because I certainly don't want to hear about your gangster ass. And I certainly don't believe Lee Daniels stole your story or Terrence Howard stole your story. You're just trying to get a name for yourself. And I'm going to show you how stupid you are to get up on national TV and talk about it. You're a drug dealer and it was about your life. You're not Jay-Z, fool. Ain't nobody gonna protect you, okay? Monique has been out of the picture for a while, and she's been coming back in, talking a little bit about her past, and a lot of people had said that Monique has been blackballed, and all these other things. And I happen to not know what went on with Monique. I do know that I do respect her as an actress. I thought she did good and Precious. Yes, she did. I happen to enjoy that movie. That was a tough movie to watch, but you know, those things happen. Not just every now and then, they happen. Incest happens in the family. So she deserved that Oscar. She did a very good job. And I know she's fighting back and trying to, you know, really kind of fix her reputation because people are saying things about her. And I know she's going up against Lee Daniels and those things. And so I'm not going to fault her in that because, Monique, I got to tell you, folks have done me wrong too. And I still want to get them, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if Monique or the other people that they tried to show up say that there were some other folks that they had cast as the cast of Empire before Terrence Howard and Taraji P. But I always say things happen for a reason. And I have to say this, as much as I love Monique, And I think the other guy, what's his name, the one that went to jail because he didn't want to pay his taxes, Wesley Snipes. I guess he was going to be the Terrence Howard guy, the owner of Empire. And I guess Romeo was going to play in this, the first cast. I got to say this. First of all, I'm not a Wesley Snipes fan. But anyway, and again, even though I love Monique, I am so glad that they didn't cast y'all for Empire. I will say this, that if they had have cast you, if Lee Daniels had decided that you would be the cast, it would not have the same success as it has today. Terrence Howard and Taraji P have this chemistry when they're work together on set that is just incredible. And those are two phenomenal actors. Absolutely. And they make the show. The show was meant for them. It was written for them. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm a fan of Empire. I don't care about the rest of you people that don't like it and the rest of you people that want to get into your blogs and talk your little bullshit about the Empire. I just want to say hats off to Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels, just all the other, all the rest of us that get out there and try to tell our stories in the ways that we know how to tell them, in the ways that we've experienced those stories.
Lady Boss is more than just a name. I am the way. One life, one moment. We must take control of our destiny.